Let me see. Do you know any edge weapon defense training, or
I
do you
know an
do any?
instructor that does it. Unfortunately, I don't. But maybe with your question where you said, how do I plan to continue my development?
Yeah.
I like to learn new weapons. So maybe what I'll do is try and see if I can be an instructor not just for CCWs, but for knife defense. There is knife defense, and the number one thing they're all going to tell you is don't. Run. I can tell you that right now. I'm not even certified. They're all going to tell you run. Because you're going to go to the hospital, but you may go alive. You're not going to come out of a self-defense situation where it's going to work like a drill. You're going to drill all day for some technique, and shit happens. What if it goes wrong? You get one fuck up.
Yeah.
And then you're dead on the ground bleeding. Run. Just run. That's one of the things they teach you in the CCW course. If you have an obligation to escape, go. Run.
Yeah.
If there's no reason for you to engage that gentleman, if it is not your last hope, don't use your firearm. Run. Leave. There's no reason, because you can get sued by the family and you need insurance for that, or you can miss. You hit somebody behind the person you're trying to hit, the target, which is one of the safety rules, by the way. You're supposed to know what's behind your target and beyond it.
Absolutely. I think that's the first rule of firearm safety. First rule. Yep.
And there's so many things that could go wrong, so you have an obligation to escape. If you are able to escape, go. And it's the same with knives. It's the same with any self-defense situation that you're going to get into. The first thing they're going to tell you, whether I'm certified to tell you this or not, is run.
So, are you able to share a memorable success story from your experience as a self-defense expert?
I guess when I was attacked at the courthouse, that would be. I wasn't an instructor at the time, though. No, I'm a pretty new instructor, so I haven't really had any situations where I've had to use it, which is good. You really don't. I have an attorney in my pocket. I pay for the insurance, and I'm glad that I've never had to use it. That's a good thing. That's actually the best case scenario. It means I'm paying attention to my surroundings.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going in the right paths. I'm staying out of the alleys. That right there is, to me, the answer to the question, that I have not had to use it. Because I go to Walmart, I pack in Walmart, I'm carrying in the movie theater, and every time I remind Diane, I say, by the way, this is not coming out. That's a good thing. Every time we come out of that store and I don't have to take my weapon out, that's a success.
That's awesome, man. So, can you share any specific training regimens or routines that are instrumental in your development with being a firearm instructor?
Okay. Yeah, I have some good stuff for that. I kind of looked at what some of the other people do, and then I kind of strayed away from what everybody else does. Just do what works for you. But it gave me an idea, and often I would like to. They're on Palmetto State Armory. Shout out, by the way, sponsor me. Palmetto State Armory has bundles of ammo.
I'm a huge fan of Palmetto State. I have an AR built platform.
Me too. Yeah.
Now, really, not Palmetto Armory. I got my shell from y'all, but the guts came from everywhere else. So
I think I ended up changing the parts as well.
Originally, it was Palmetto Armory, but yeah, I definitely switched out and swapped a lot of different things.
I did too. I still have my own parts.
It still says Palmetto Armory, but it's a Ferrari under the hood. So
I rebuilt mine for lefties.
Okay.
So
yeah, you are a lefty.
Yeah. Which helps in a lot of different ways, but again, it's more expensive to buy anything lefty. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
So that's a weapon, and that weapon can take someone's life at any moment.
Absolutely.
So there's no fucking around with it. Every weapon, whether it's plastic or not, if it's got a trigger, it's treated as a real weapon.
Definitely.
So that's basically what training regimen. So I take those 200 round bundles and I would go to the range. And what you want to do is, when there's other people at the range, is you want to make sure you're shooting farther than them. Yeah. So whatever range they're at, just take a quick eyeball it. I want to shoot better than Joe Public. I'm an instructor. I need to be able to shoot. And you've seen my shots. I know you commented on Facebook.
Pretty good tight group.
I've shown some instructors. They're like, damn. So actually, that instructor there, it was a deputy.
But everybody has a palm-sized group right up on the target.
You said that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That grouping was up to 20 yards.
Okay, that's not bad, man.
So I'll show you the picture so you can put it in there. Mm-hmm. So that instructor there told me, because he's like, oh man, you got a max score. He's like, what can you do to push that grouping back out? He said, what are you doing wrong here? Because I had my instructor hat on. He knew I was an instructor. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was qualifying. He's like, yeah, but what are you doing wrong? And so I waited for his answer. He said, you need to shoot faster. Because by shooting faster, now you're challenging yourself. That grouping is going to go from this to you're going to start making mistakes.
Yeah, because you won't have the same reactionary time for the muzzle flip.
Everybody can sit there and shoot at a target and reset and follow up.
Absolutely.
You got to be able to move and shoot, and you got to be able to shoot quick.
That's a fact.
So you got to be better than Joe Public. So he told me, he said, look, stop making perfect shots.
Yeah.
And he said, start challenging yourself. Start doing things that purposely messes up your aim so you know how to correct it. So that was what I'm gonna go to next, because that outdoor ranges you can shoot a little bit faster than indoor. So I'm gonna start taking myself and I'm gonna start shooting faster.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So, but with the classes, what ultimately we want to do, the ultimate goal, and I probably should have started with that, but you want to create a safe environment with gun safety. People need to be aware that what I do is I take people, I introduce them to guns. Another really important one is that you should always have one in the chamber, and you should be comfortable with that.
Most definitely.
You should absolutely be comfortable with that.
Law enforcement, you learn about the 21-foot rule, and a person can be up on you in 21 feet in less than a second. And what people don't realize with this study, it's like a video study that they videotaped it for people to watch. But the study basically said that, and it all boiled down to that one's action time will always be faster than your reactionary time.
Yeah,
and it's like a 10%. It's like it's not even close. It's like 10 times faster. Like if I decide I want to strike you, you know, your body has to first see me posture.
It's like 200 milliseconds.
Yeah, it has to see me posture, square off, movement of the shoulders, movement of the arms, and then decide what am I going to do with this coming, especially if it's like a sneak attack. And most incidents where you have to use your weapon are sneak attacks. So the first lesson, I guess, would be to make sure that you're situationally aware of what's going on. And yeah, definitely. So I forget where I was going with that, but it definitely ties into to what you were just saying. And you know, you're going to go back and forth, firearms and now edge weapons. So what kind of yeah, man? Because this is, I mean, you're the first person that I have on the show that has I don't want to call it. It's not even a fetish anymore at this point. It's a passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
For edge weapons.